Okay, welcome back again here. So with me, Eddy Suaib from English Studio. So today I would like to discuss your previous activity when we conducted the online class. So here we go. So I will show you the one. Okay. So the questions that I offered to you in the previous night is this one. So some people think that professional athletes make good role models for young people, while others believe they do not. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So this is a little bit challenge because you have to raise three different opinion. So the first opinion is all about professional athletes. This is making a good role model. This is the first opinion. And then the second opinion is others believe they don't. Okay. And the last is you need to give your own opinion there. According to the questions that you are being offered. So if you see, so we have the yellow ones. Some people think that the professional athletes make a good role models. We have discussed this when we have the live class. While before I ended the class, then I asked you to walk with the questions below, while others believe they do not. So this is that we're going to discuss today. If you see, I have made some changes on your writing. So let me discuss this one. This is the original one. I'm not going to discuss the original one. So let me start with the feedback one. So the red one, one here, this is the mistake that you already made. And this is my changes. So instead of you write athletes popularity, so you need to change the popularity of an athlete. So athletes popularity is good, but we are in, let's say, academic writing. So you need to show the styles of academic. So instead of saying athletes popularities, I think it much better you talk about the popularity of an athlete because you want to emphasize on the popularity, not the athlete. So that's why I changed this one. And secondly, you try to use correlates there, but I think it's correlated is not good enough, so I changed into associate. And this is your topic sentence. Good, you have made it. But after you write your topic sentence, then you need to develop or you need to support your topic sentence with a reason. But I don't think that your reason here is relevant to back up what you already say in your topic sentence. So that's why I scratch it and I change this one. So that is to say they are more often used in advertisement for some exclusive brands. The sentence is much better rather than what you have here. Thank you. And next, moving on to the example. Taking an example, Cristiano Ronaldo, the highest paid, so you need to put hyphen here, the highest paid male footballer. This is grammatically incorrect, so you need to omit, so just simply write Cristiano Ronaldo affiliates. So this also can be changed. So you need to write this as a passive, affiliated. So affiliated, okay. So use a passive rather than active. With several brands which renowned for the high-ended and premium quality. So if you see this one, so you are now an example. So when you are an example, then you are not allowed to state the general opinion or a vague terminology. So if you have several brands here, then I want you to mention it. What kind of brands that you want to talk about related to Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay. So I think it's much better this one. Okay, you need to go with this part. So you need to make sure which kind of or mention the brands here. And high end and premium quality also has the same meaning. So that's why I think this is not good. This needs more improvement. So next, these conditions gives a rise to public opinion. So what kind of public opinions that you want to discuss? It is also unclear. So that's why I'm not going to say this is wrong, but I just highlight it in order to show you that this needs more improvement. Okay, thank you. And then here we go. So before you end your a paragraph, then I see that you try to put your opinion, but the opinion here is relevant. Why is relevant? Because the topic is all about others believe they do not make a good role model for young people. I do not see here you discuss young people. Okay, you just discuss we can judge the book by its cover, by its cover, because so I think this is irrelevant, so I just omit it. Okay, so this is the point that I want you to highlight it from my feedback. And then next, let's move on to the next. The next here's so this is the original one, and let me show you the feedback. So extravaganza lifestyles, that you write reveal, I change into in conjunction with, and also you write accounts 10, so you don't need to say social media accounts, just say on their social media, so I omit. And 10 supposed to be tense because this is the subject. So the extravagance lifestyles is the subject, so you need a verb. The verb is tense. Influence their follower. So we are talking about the young one, so that's why I think it's I just add an adjective. Here's young followers. So making them, you write them. So my question is, who are them here? Who are they? The fans or the stars? So that's why them here for me is unclear. So you need to make it clear your reference. And then next, moving on, you don't have any problem on this one. So, but here again, they hears also unclear. So that's why I omit and I changes into these youngsters. Okay, then I write these youngsters because we talk about youngster, not the star. So I write these youngsters. And then might consider elegant people with those I choret this in, then I change stars are the one with glamorous outfits. Instead of you write elegant people are those who wear luxury outfits, so I omit it and changes into stars are the one with glamorous outfit. Okay, thank you. And now let's move on here, the yellow one. So they eventually would buy such a branded items carelessly instead of buying necessity. So who are they here? They. This is also unclear. So are you talking about the stars here, or are you talking about the young followers? So that's why I highlighted here. So for all paragraph, so you have no problem with the grammar, even you have a slight mistake, but it doesn't impact the communication. However, here we go. Beware of making references. References is like they. So what are they here? The stars or the followers? And also another day. Okay, them here also unclear. So that's why I want you to highlight it the way you use the reference. Okay, because they both so ambiguities. So you need to pay attention on this one. Thank you. The next feedback. So this is the original one, and this is the feedback. So if you see, the writer here is right, most in fact suburb sportmen and sport women. I think it's too complicated. So if you write this one, suburb sportman 2 and 3 sport women 4, ganti aja jadi sport players. Tuh tinggal 2 saja. So if you could simplify, then I want you to simplify rather than writing long, vague phrases showing you that you couldn't even write succinctly. So you need to change your word. So most in fact, I changed into apparently. And if you see this one, So the idea between the first sentence and the second sentence here is, let's say, have a poor relationship. So that's why I make more changes on that one. So let's see my blue one here, my blue sentences. Have high-end brands. Sorry. So high-end brand showing them publicity. This is the topic that I have, and I write the reason. This is because almost all worldwide stars are being used with advertisement, leading these people looking good all the time. So that's the reason. However, I also omit this one because this is irrelevant. I change. However, these public appearances are judged by, not accepted. I'm not going to say accepted because if we talk about public appearances, so you need to talk about the verb as a judge. So I use judge rather than accepted. Judged by young fans. I'm not going to say teenage audience. You just say young fans, or you can say, sorry, youth fans. Okay. Without filtering. So if you see, you just write without filtering, without any explanation, then I make it explicit, resulting them drain more personal over consumption. There, more money. I think I need to add that. This is right. Drain more money. So, and then let's say the next, okay, you have no problem with this one. I just change expenditure here because expenditure is close to consumption, personal consumption, so I omit expenditure. And next, I change from the to as a result, not as the result, because as a result is the fixed phrase that you can change. So you couldn't even change into the result or results. So you just have the fixed one, a result. Okay, thank you. And then next, the last years, you write, this is very regrettable impact as I omit this because this is unclear and also very long. So you just change into regrettably. And the last, we understand that not all his fans are affordable to buy the product. But I know that you try to leave your information here, but I think the information here is still unclear. So that's why I highlighted. I'm not going to say wrong, but you need to make some changes here. Next, the original one. Here we go. So we still have 3. Okay, here we go. So in contrast, professional sport are. So you say unconsciously lead. So I change into are associated with. I'm not going to say unconsciously lead us because us here unclear. So are you talking about you yourself, or are you talking about people in general, or are you talking about the youth fans? So the topic today is youth or the teenager one. So you don't need to use us here. So that's why I omit it and I change into passive. So professional sports stars are associated with popular luxury brands. So saya ganti dari goods which are higher class branded as sometimes need expensive, but oh, this is too complicated. I just change popular luxury brands. And then also you try to back up this with the reason, but almost sentence or idea in a reason is unclear. So that's why I make some changes. I want you to read the blue one that I have made. As a worldwide athletes, they are required, pasif lagi, they are required, ini saya hapus saja, they are required to carefully choose what to have, leading to them to be more extravagant, and this negatively causes their young fans. So we need to include this one in your reason because this is one of the keywords that we have, but this negatively causes their young fans. So that's why I add these phrases. Next, I omit this one and I made some changes for this one. I'm not going to say beside because we are showing the example, so you need to show a signal for example. So that's why one of them can be used as a for example. Phenomenal football stars David Beckham, ini juga saya ganti, terlalu complicated, saya langsung saja is affiliated to. Affiliated apa? Saya nggak lanjut karena this is too vague, too general. So you need to mention the brands. And the following also unclear. You try to put your opinion here, unconvinced. Also, you try to close your statement, but unclear. Why I say unclear? Because play pivotal role. It is two common phrases that some students sometimes use when they write the essay. So that's why this is unclear. So if you want to use play a pivotal role, so put it at the first of the sentence. This can be your introductory paragraph. So I want you to read my feedback here. Next. Let's start it now. So professional players are highly paid from sport industry. Good. And you say, as such, this condition has led them into luxury, glamorous lifestyle. So we are talking about the reason, not talking about the impact. Jadi setelah ini nanti naruh reason, bukan impact. Kalau ada let seperti ini berarti you talk about the impacts, not the reason. So that's why I'm going to say this is irrelevant. So I change it. So I change this one. This is irrelevant. And let's say the next. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo spent $1 billion to buy 6 sports cars. So we talk about this one in the previously. No, you just say highly paid from sport industry. No, this is also irrelevant. So I omit it. Just only for posting social media. So it's still irrelevant. As a consequences of this, they cannot be inspiring for the young generation owing to bad behavior. So what kind of bad behavior that you want to talk about? This is unclear. So that's why this still need a more improvement in the way you discuss bad behavior, right? So how this how we call, so this Cristiano Ronaldo inspired, and this is not they, because Cristiano Ronaldo only one, so you need to change into he, not they. So you need to change into he here, Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's why I omit this one, because also unclear, because we do not talk about bad behavior here, since you don't jump into bad behaviors. The last, however, earning more money costs getting million followers. So this is also irrelevant. So this is a good example of irrelevant paragraph. So that's why you need to change. It doesn't get through to the topic. As our topic today, we're talking about the, let me go upstairs, saya naik lagi ke atas. Talking about this one, while others believe they do not. That's right? Here we go. So I change. So this is irrelevant. Next, let me save it first. So this is again, we started. So in contrast, the dark sides of the sport stars lifestyles. Now you don't need to include it. It's too complicated. Simply you need to change. So that's why I read my changes here. Glamorous lifestyles of a sport people brings negative impacts on youth fans for pointless things. So brings negative impact, much better rather than you say dark side, because dark sides are unclear. Giving bad impact for young generation, making them overconsumptions, also I omit. So this is my topic sentence. And then let's move on to the next. Those stars often exhibiting the branded goods and traveling in the luxurious places as endorsers, attracting their middle fans spending. Now, this is also unclear. So you do not talk about how these glamorous lifestyles impact to the youth fans. You do not talk about this one. So pay attention to the question that you are being asked. Next, for instance, although spending more than 100 rupees, the supporters of David Beckham in Indonesia feel proud when they can collect can and covers one of the fashion product which Beckham assembles. Okay, I know this one. So, but what is the negative? What is the negative impact that you want to talk about this one? For your example, so you saw us here that ada kelompok supporter yang menghabiskan uangnya untuk membelikan barang-barang dari Ken and Calvin in England. Dia proud karena dia bisa menyamai behavior. So what is the impact? of this one. So you need to give the impact. So you feel strong reason and relevant example. So I want to learn again. So before we close the class, so let me show you. This is my my sample. Let me take it one for you from the one here, right? Okay. So here we go. So here we go. So I'm going to talk about the blue one here. So this is the idea that I want to discuss, and also I will show you how I leave my opinion there. So being public eyes for athletes associated with their glamorous lifestyles negatively causes problem to youngsters admiring them. So the keyword is others believe that they don't. That here refers to the professional athlete, and this is do not make a good role model for the young people. So that's why I write causes problem for the young people, the youngster, and also glamorous lifestyles negatively. And another keyword is athletes as a public eye. So I think I already said a clear explanation for topic sentence. Next, then. So that is to say, such admiration occur when the fans are elicited by these stars with exceeding common standard. This is my reason. Alasan saya kenapa ada admiring. So one thing that I want you to highlight it, perhatikan kata admire. Di sini ada admire, dan saya tetap menggunakan admire. I change from admiring to admiration. So this is we call flexibility in vocabulary band 7. So you need to use more flexibility. What is the flexibility, Ale? Flexibility is you need to change from you need to change the word from noun to verb to noun, adjective to adverb, and vice versa. So this we call flexibility. Okay. So and then next, and when stars get body piercing tattoos, they possibly their fans will have those one too. Stars get body piercing and tattoos. This can be a glamorous lifestyles. I may say the glamorous lifestyle because use body piercing and also tattoos. And let me show you my example. My example is, for example, it is clear because I mentioned the name. Dennis Rothman with the triple tattoos, from tattoos to triple tattoos. Okay, from body piercing to nose piercing. So this is clear. Become one of the NBA basketball star, one of the basketball stars here in conjunction with the public eye. Okay, and then I write again here. 25% of their fans aged 17 and 25. So this is I define youngster or youth fans. So 70-25 where? In Colorado. Thoroughly impersonate Roman's public appearance. So appearance for the Rothmans is a piercing and also tattoos. And then they seriously suffer from body rash due to wound site infection by the bacteria. So this is the impact. The impact that youth fans get when they are being tattoos and also when they get being piercings. So that's why this is the impact. This is the negative impact that I want to talk about. So you need to solve the negative impact for the youngster, not the negative impact for the athlete or the stars, because we do not talk about the star. We focus on the youngster. So that's why you need to mention also the negative impact. And the last, before I close my my paragraph, then I go with my personal opinion. So I make changes here as a blue. This is my My personal opinion, right? So therefore, it is agreed that professional stars have a tendency to impact on positive youth developments. I agree for that one. So due to the admiration that I have discussed previously. So well, that's all for today. So hopefully this help you for your writing assignment. So thank you very much and see you again.